I always supposed that someday I would lose my mother in death. As a younger adult, Mom suffered from heart trouble. In the marvelous, determined way that she sought and found an answer to her spiritual needs, she pursued an answer to her health problems, amazing the doctors with marked improvement in her heart condition through the use of vitamin E and nutritious foods. In spite of her persistence in finding health for her body, cancer overtook her in later years, and she lived only 2.5 months after it was diagnosed, although she had been suffering with symptoms for years. I was not close to Mom, as was a younger sister who lived next door to her. Indeed, I was not close enough. Being the oldest of 6 children, I had been gone from home for about 40 years when I learned she had terminal cancer. Being independent by nature, I had not called or visited her as often as I now wish I would have. I knew I would miss my mother when she was gone, but I never realized how often I think about her. Little thoughts like, I should tell Mom about this non-toxic cleaning product, or, oh, there's that picture I was going to take down to Mom. I miss telling her about my little accomplishments, the brochure I just completed, and the good grade I'm getting in my Comp 2 class. I miss telling her about how upset I am over some unpleasantry at work. Most of all, I miss sharing with her all the cute and clever things my grandchildren say and do. All those things I missed, but it never dawned on me that I would miss having a mother. After all, I have always had a mother. I find myself breaking into tears when this thought hits me. My mother was always there even when I was thousands of miles away in Brazil for several years. Now I have no mother. Losing my mother just 6 months after my husband lost his father, I wondered how I felt so little pain for him, and yet I know that my empathy was so limited because of my lack of experience. Now I grieve not only for my loss, but for my husband's loss as well. Even my role as a mother has taken on a new dimension. Oh, certainly Mother's death made me take a second look at my relationship to my children and reiterate the importance of keeping close to them. But I found that I need my children. I always felt that as my children, they needed me. Now I need them. I need their comfort. I need for them to put their arms around me and say, I know it hurts, Mom, and I love you.
by life or by death. So this is life, this world with all its pleasure. Struggles and tears, a smile, a frown, a sigh. Friendship so true, and love of kin and neighbor. Sometimes 'tis hard to live, always to die. The world moves on, so rapidly the living. The forms of those who disappear replace. And each one dreams that he will be enduring. How soon that one becomes the missing face. In life or death, and life is surely flying. The crib and coffin carved from the selfsame tree. In life or death, and death so soon is coming. Escape I cannot, there's no place to flee. But thou, O God, hast life that is eternal. That life is mine, a gift through thy dear Son. Help me to feel its flush and pulse supernal. Assurance of the morn when life is done. Help me to know the value of these hours. Help me the folly of all waste to see. Help me to trust the Christ who bore my sorrows. And thus to yield for life or death to thee. In all my days be glorified, Lord Jesus. In all my ways guide me with thine own eye. Just when and as thou wilt, use me, Lord Jesus. And then for me 'tis Christ, to live or die.